Deb, I'm going to stay on your hotspot right now for that phone because, Deb, I'm going to stay on your hotspot for this scoreboard because my first game, my scoreboard stayed up. Okay, thank God. Fuck's sakes. Yesterday I
At least it start, right? Yes. Okay. Tomorrow I got all this. Let's go, girl.
No, I'm just gonna hide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
do you have a key for that?
Stabbing deep, but it was so fun.
You got this one, Devin.
Okay. You got it. Yeah. Get it done. Good luck, coach.
You might want this is the perfect. You like laps
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Game 5, University Cup Challenge. The Cougars advancing into Tier 1, so it'll be this Game 1 of the second round robin in Tier 1. So after winning the Tier 2 last 2 years consecutive, they get into Tier 1. Facing Dalhousie University Tigers. And they're coming into this one 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 ties. Cougars coming in 3-1. University of Saskatchewan also advancing into Tier 1 this year. So after not medaling in Tier 2 last year, big improvement on their side, getting into the Tier 1 this year. So looks like Caden's out in net for this game. And out come the Brydens and Hills. Good to see Riley Bryden out there this morning. I think she's battling some injury. Didn't play a whole lot in yesterday's second game. And on defense, I think that's Johnston and Harum down there. I'm at rink level, so it's kind of hard to see. And Cougars with a break. Nope. Yes. Jada Biden with the shot. That's safe. And here we go. Riley No, Jada to Riley. Riley across to Hills. Hills will wrap the net. Dropping to Riley. Riley, back pass to Jada. Jada crossing the middle, drop to Riley. Riley gets a quick shot. That's high. And must have got a reset there. Jada in control. Drops to Shoot coming off the bench. And they get a line change. Shoot crossing the middle. Sending that ring wide. Sipe. Trying to get that ring out to Shoot. That pass is intercepted, and the Tigers sending it to the neutral zone. That's picked off by Johnston to Shoot. Shoot gets a reset. Shoot to Sipe on the post. Sipe. There's a shot that's high. Parks picking that up. Got the reset. Parks to Sipe. Sipe. Down to Shoop. Shoop dropping it off to Young coming in off the bench. They're going to look for a line change. And Young driving middle. Young to Tremblay. Tremblay hits the side of the net. And goalie ring. And the Tigers under pressure. They'll get the ring through into the Cougars' end, but Lenz is there, turning that one around. That pass picked off and back into the Cougars' end. And Young will get there. Sending the ring up, Tremblay picking that up. And that pass not getting through. Young's going to get a hold of it. No, battling. Bryden taking that out. There's a shot from Jada. That's right on. And the Tigers into the neutral zone. Into the Cougars' end. And no shot. Goalie ring. Howe to Weems. Tigers are going to steal that. Cycle high. And there's a shot that missed wide. Tigers recover down to the post. There's another shot missed. And across to the post, no shot. And Howe out to Shoot, I believe. Riley Bryden. And trying to find Shoot. Can't get there. And out to the neutral zone. Sending it into the Cougars' end. And the Tigers will cycle. Up high. There's a shot. I think Caden's got a piece of that. And there's another shot high and wide. Tigers again to the post. Quick shot. Howe is there. And that ring finds its way through to Howe. Out to Lenz. Lenz to Sipe. Sipe to Harum. And Harum loses that one, and the Tigers into the Cougars' zone. two lines. Tigers with possession. And into the Cougar zone again. At the top, sending the ring middle. No goal. The crease. 4:24 left in the first. No score. Harem. Out to Tremblay. Tremblay. Out to Jada Bryden. Jada Bryden sending the ring in. Jada's there. To Riley. Riley to Jada. Jada driving middle. No shot. And that ring got away from her. And the Tigers. Brings out into the Tigers' end. And they'll get through the neutral zone. Nice pickup by Zeltner, I think, down there. And that's going to get a penalty to the Tigers for tripping on Zeltner with 3:02 left in the first. No score. So Hills trying to get that ring to sight, won't go through. Here comes Johnson off D. Take a second look. Johnston down to sight, Shoop. Shoop will cycle. Across the top, there's Hills. And Hills will score. She's been so dangerous sneaking into the slot all tournament. Just awesome timing. So Hills will open it up for the Cougars. 1-0, 2:40 left in the first. And the Tigers drive that ring in deep. Back pass across the middle. Across the top, there's a shot. Cadence Howe with the save. Crossing the top again, that shot. Rebound and shot is high. That's shot clock. Howe to Johnston to Parks. Here comes Johnston. Nope, can't get the ring through. Parks trying to hang on. Young in there for support. She'll pick it up. And Tremblay getting a hold of it. Trying to find Young and Will. Oh, Young's in trouble. That should give the Tigers the ring. Yeah, goalie ring. Tigers. Up to the neutral zone. Lenz battling, getting it up to Hills. To Jada, back pass, trying to find Shoop on the post. Out comes Jada again. Here she comes, middle. Jada Bryden will score again for the Cougars with 1:08 left in the first, making it 2-0. Tigers sending the ring in. On the cycle, driving from the post. Nothing doing. And Howe up to Lenz. To Sipe, sending it in to Parks. And they're going to give that one to the Cougars. Shoot to Parks. Parks will cycle, dropping to Sipe. Sipe sending it back middle. That gets turned around. And Weens pressuring that pass out, turns that ring over to Parks. To Shoop. Shoop can't hang on. And that's it for the first. 2-0 Cougars. Start of the second, Harum and Lenz on D. Lenz sending it into Young. Young will cycle. Jada. Jada driving again. Jada scores again. Jada Bryden on the attack. Less than a minute into the second. Sinks another one, make it 3-0 Cougars. Tigers with possession, back pass to the post, driving middle, drop, there's a shot, Howell's got it, Lenz in trouble, Lenz gets out of that, and here they go, shoot, here comes Lenz, nope, sends it over to Riley, that's missed, and the Tigers turning that around. And that shot's blocked. And Tigers, no shot. Wraps around the net. That ring ends up in the crease, and out comes Harem. Harem to Lenz. Lenz, her pass is picked off to Sipe. And Sipe nicely takes that ring away in the neutral zone. Back to Harem. Harem trying to find Young, and that's taken away. And the Tigers will cycle. Driving middle, nice pass, nice save from Howe. And crease on the Cougars. Tigers, a shot right off the free ring. Howe got a piece of that. Down to the post. Tigers on the cycle. Up middle, through the middle. Here's a shot, gets in tight, off the crossbar. And crease on the Cougars again. .720 left in the second. Tigers to the post. Ween's there to jam that up, and out comes Jada. Sending that ring up to Tremblay. Tremblay. It's over to Weens. And Zeltner. Back into Tremblay to the middle to Riley Bryden. And didn't see what happened there. Whether she got a shot off or not, but Cougars ring. Shoot. Sending the ring to the post to Hills. Hills to shoot. Shoot driving. No clean shot. Crease on the Tigers. Cougars ring. Hills to shoot. Shoot middle. There's a shot. That's saved. Rebound Sipe. That one's saved. Sipe to shoot. That one just missed high wide. And Cougars will get that ring again, get a line change. .618 left in the second. Tremblay. Tremblay. Cross to Young. Young back to Tremblay. Tremblay, that shot's blocked. And Tigers will get that through into the neutral zone. Out comes the Tigers. Johnston getting in the way of that. Tigers ring. Tigers on the cycle to the middle. Zoutner in pursuit, and she gets the ring out to Lenz. Out comes Lenz, and that pass is picked off. Tigers coming the other way, 2-on-1 to the post. Nice save from Howe. Goalie ring. Jada Bryden gets tripped up, sending it up to Lenz. Tigers pressuring Lenz. Riley Bryden up to Lenz. Lenz to Hills. There's a quick shot, high wide. Need the reset. No, Tigers get possession. Sending it in. Cycling high. There's a shot. How with the save on the post. Missed. Tigers on the cycle. Cross to the post. And that shot hits the side of the net. Tigers with possession, driving middle to the post, back pass. A lot of moves, Cadence won't be fooled. Nice save. .402 left in the second. Tigers will cycle with speed. Here's the drop. Attack from the post. Cadence with the save. Attacking again, relentless. Cadence with another big save. And out comes Lenz. Shoot up to Sipe. Sipe driving. There's a shot, that one's saved. And Harum taking that one away in the neutral zone. Up to Parks, Parks to Harum, Harum. That shot is saved, and Parks is going to get there first on that goalie ring. They'll give that to the Tigers. 3:01 left in the second. Cougars up 3-0. Tigers sending the ring in, crossing the middle. Trying to get the shot off. Young with the block. Pass across the top. Zoutner with the block. Driving middle again. Tigers really on the attack now, trying to push back. Here they go again, middle. That shot missed high wide. Weens to Tremblay. Tremblay back across, trying to find Weens. And that pass is intercepted and gets back through to Zoutner. Up to Tremblay. To Shoop. Shoop to the post, and who is that down there? Is that Jada again? It is. Beautiful play. Tremblay, Shoop, Jada Bryden, and I think that's going to be the Hattie for Jada with 3. Making it 4-0 Cougars with 2 minutes left in the second. Jada Bryden on a tear. Tigers down to the post. And Johnston getting there first. Trying to get that ring up to Riley. Doesn't get there. And the Tigers coming out with it. There's a shot. Just sneaks in. Off of Howe and into the net. So the Tigers will answer back. Making it 4-1. .131 left in the second period. Zautner trying to get to Young. It gets turned around. And the Tigers in the neutral zone, sending that ring across and in. To the middle, wide open. And body. She's gonna get a 4-minute. Young. Yes, she is. So Emma Young is going to get a 4-minute for body. And the goalie's out of the net for the Tigers, and they got a 4-on-3 here, and they're going to score. So the tide turning a little bit here at the end of the second. So Young with the 4-minute major is not going to get out of that box. And the Cougars. Jada Bryden. Goalie ring, Tigers. And Sight taking it out away. Out to Weens. Weens to shoot. Shoot. To Johnston, down to Sipe, and that ring gets turned around. 10 seconds left in the period. Tigers with 5 seconds throwing the ring in, and that'll do it for the second. So the Tigers pushing back in the last few minutes of the second, making it 4-2 Cougars with 2:54 left in the penalty to Young. Okay, start of the third. 4-2 Cougars, 2:54 left in the major to Young. That Emma Young, sweetest girl you will ever meet, but you get her out on the ice and you do not want to mess with that one. Tough. Tigers sending the ring in. On the cycle, down back to the post, across the top, there's a shot that's blocked by Lenz. Driving middle, they get through. Nice save by Howe, just about got underneath. And Zoutner to Lenz. Lenz to Tremblay. And Zoutner back to Tremblay. Tremblay on the cycle. Tremblay down to the post to shoot. Need the reset. Won't get it. And the Tigers through the neutral zone. Cross wide open. Here's a shot. Howe with the big save. That was huge. Cannot give the Tigers the next goal. Tigers on the cycle. Behind the net. Across the top. Johnston getting in the way there. That shot's wide. Shot clock running down. Oh, come on. I'm going to give that one back to the Tigers. I don't like it. Saying they got the reset before the shot clock went off. Shot off the free ring. Saved by Howe. Rebound wide. Tigers getting a hold of it. Less than a minute left in the penalty. Young. And out to Johnston. To Jada. Jada Bryden on the cycle. Jada over to Johnston. Johnston back to Shoup. Coming off the bench. Trying to get this penalty down. Shoup fires wide. Sight, need the reset. Won't get it. And Tigers into the neutral zone. Yeah, Shoup gets a hold of that one. And up to Sight. Sight gets out of trouble. 8 seconds left in the penalty. Young. And Harem. And that's it. Cougars back to full strength. Harem on the cycle. Harem back pass to Shoup. On the post, Shoup needs the reset. That shot is blocked. And out come the Tigers. That's a big penalty. Parks absolutely hammered. They better get a major for that one. Parks is down. I think her helmet went off the boards. Oh, come on. Two minutes. She's still down. I can't see over there. She's up now. Well, that was one of the most intentional body checks I've seen. 2 minutes. I assume body contact would be the call. Hopefully Parks is going to be okay. This would be a big loss to lose a player right now. And Jada Bryden. To Riley. Riley taking a look. Back to Jada. To Riley. That shot's right on. And the Tigers get possession to the Cougars' end. And there's a shot. That's blocked. And Riley to Tremblay, trying to hit Lenz. Missed it. And the Tigers throwing it into Tigers ring. Shoot, takes that away. She's checked from behind. And Tigers putting the ring on the net. Howell's got it. Zeltner. To Hills. To Zeltner. Shoot. Here she goes. Missed high. Tigers trying to get out of their end. They will into the neutral zone. Into the Cougars' end. That shot's high up into the netting. Johnston to Tremblay. Jada Bryden. And the Tigers spit that ring out into the neutral zone. On the cycle, shot clock at 5 through the middle. They're going to score. So the Tigers coming back, making it 4-3. With 3:38 left in the third, this game is tight now. Shoot. Cross to the post. Just missed Hills. And that brings turned around in the neutral zone. Lenz. To shoot. Shoot. Trying to find Hills. And the Tigers through the neutral zone. Across the top. What's this? Is that objectionable conduct? What is that? On the Tigers? Okay, 2 minutes to the Tigers. Young. Tremblay. Across the middle. Tremblay, cross the middle again, back pass to Sipe. Sipe with the shot, scores. From Tremblay to Sipe. Sipe will score. That's a critical goal right now from Sipe. Gonna make it 5-3. That was unsportsmanlike conduct on the Tigers. Not sure what happened there. Less than a minute left in the third. And the Cougars with a big pushback, making it 6-3. There's a shot right on. Howe's got it. Howe to Lenz. Lenz to Harem. Back to Lenz. Tremblay gets checked. Lenz is going to pick that up. Across the top to Young. Can't get a hold of it. Young in pursuit. Nicely done. Less than 10 seconds. And that'll do it for the third. So the Cougars pushing back, making it 6-3 at the end of the third. In this game one of the Tier 1 round. Okay, start of the fourth. Ween sending that ring in. Gets turned around. Tigers in the neutral zone. Pass through the middle. There's a shot. Howe with the save. And Johnston trying to find Riley Bryden. And there's a shot off the crossbar. Across the top. There's another shot. Beautiful blocker save by Howe. Behind the net. What do we got here? There's a shot right on. Howe's got it. Out to Johnston. Johnston takes a second look. Tries to find sight. Can't. And that ring is picked up by Young. Get a hold of it again. In trouble. Tigers turn that around. Harum getting out of trouble. To Johnston. To Sipe. Sipe. Trying to find Tremblay. Tremblay back to Sipe. Lenz will pick that up. And shoot. Lots of time. Settle it down. Shoop in trouble. Sending that ring across to Lenz. Lenz. To Sipe. Need the reset. Won't get it. Oh, that should go. Oh. Okay, goalie ring. Sipe working hard. Sipe gets the ring. Well done. To Jada. Jada drives middle. Crease. Goalie ring. Well, this one will go back to the Cougars. So Parks is not in the game. That is bad news right now for the Cougars, and I'm so distracted by Riley Bryden. I can tell you is not playing at 100%. She is battling through something here. She's always been such a big part of this team. And looks like she's skating in pain. Jade up to Riley. Come on, Riley. Just missed wide. Back up to Riley. There's a shot. That's right on. Need the reset. Tigers in the neutral zone, sending the ring in. Oh, you're not going to call that? Oh, Jesus. Okay. And Zoutner gets hammered into the boards. No call, lost a blade. This game is getting rough. .6:15 left in the fourth. Down to the post. Goalie's out for the Tigers. 4-on-3 again. Driving middle. Jammer up. We'll give that ring to the Tigers. Across the top, there's a shot, that's blocked by Weems. Shoot, sending that ring out to Young. Young to Sipe. Sipe. Net was wide open, and there's a penalty coming here. To the Tigers, I'm assuming it's going to be, it's a trip on site. This game is getting rough. Jada to Riley, to Jada, to Riley, back to Jada, Riley, to Jada, Riley, Jada, Riley, back and forth. The Tigers take that away. Sending it out to the neutral zone. Jada in pursuit. They're sending it in. Nice job from Harum there on the check. And shoot. Shoot. Back to Harum. Sorry, Hills to Harum. And the Cougars are just going to slow this down and try to run this clock down. Back pass. Tremblay to Hills, and she can't quite get that shot off in time. Goalie ring. And the Tigers sending that ring out. Len's trying to settle it down. Out to Johnston. To Shoop, cross to Lenz, Lenz to Young, need the reset, to to Lenz. There's a shot. Hills picks up the rebound across to Young. Across to Lenz. Hills. Back up to Shoop. Across to Young. To Shoop. There's Shoop with the shot. That's saved. 3:20 left in the fourth. Cougars up 6-3, trying to finish this one up. Zeltner. Sending it in deep, and the Tigers will bring it out. Cougars, nice man on coverage. Back to 5-on-5. And here comes Jada. I think that's 4 for Jada today. We'll put the nail in the coffin here. 2:45 left in the game, 7-3. Cougars. So Tigers ring. Sending it in. Back pass down to the post. There's a shot. Blocker save Howe. Across the top. That shot's blocked by Weems. Tigers. Taken away by Johnson. She slips through the crease. Tigers, goalie is out of the net. 4-on-3 in the Cougars end. Across the top. Down low to the top. Post. That pass is blocked. And it's out to Tremblay to Hills. Hills to Tremblay. Just missed wide. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass. And shoot. Sending it into Hills. That's turned around. And Young to Hills. Tremblay. Oh, that's a big trip. And what is going on here? Delayed penalty. Weens is in there. 4-on-3 in the other end. And Young. Cougars just got to get out of this game without any more injuries here. 41 seconds left. Harem to Lenz. Tigers pick that up, sending it in. Young to Harem across to Lenz. Sight. 18 seconds left. Jada. changes a tire. Tigers in the neutral zone. Thank God this one's over. Don't tell me Jada's slow to get up. Okay. Cougars win. Game 1, Tier 1. Next game, 4:15, 3:15 Saskatchewan time, against the University of Guelph, against the home team.